Welcome, welcome. I am Mars Champion here on MooRROOM. I'm here with Jae Scott, the owner, leader, facilitator from GreenCrafts Herbal Healing. I had met her at Juneteenth Celebration on June 19th over at Kimbrough Park here in Statesville, North Carolina. Her booth was filled. Well, look, I'll just go ahead and say this. I enjoy working with crystals. I enjoy working with my own energy. So the fact that I had even walked over to that part is exactly where I needed to be at that time. So I will leave the floor to you, Miss Jae Scott. You go ahead and let them know.
Right on. So as you heard, my name is Jae. I am a 20-year-old server, and I am the small business owner of GreenCrafts Herbal Healing. I've been working on this business for around 2 years now. I first started off with the candles and slowly progressed into the bath salts soon after. Not long from now is when I started working with the copper wrapping with the crystals recently.
Oh, okay.
So that's something I've recently started working with, and I just saw that I have a knack for it. So definitely it's something that I'm willing to progress in. I'm actually really excited to progress in because it's amazing what kind of work you can put out when you just put your mind to it, you know? Right now, I'm just vending at the YMCA every Monday. I have at a shop called Everything Under the Stars. But from there, we're hoping to get a website in soon. So we're just moving along, trucking along, trying to shoot for bigger things.
Nice.
But without the support of my people. So I'm really happy about that.
Look, I would definitely say gratitude for those who support you, and also opens you up to what type of support is available to you. You know, I think we are, whatever our ages is, we can be programmed into thinking like support is like this right here. It's supposed to be here, here, and there. But as you get older, you find out support comes in so many different ways.
Absolutely.
Like if you are open to receive that support, you allow others to really give you gratitude in their own special way, instead of having them have to conform to, all right, I'll give you a high five, I'll give you a cash app only, I'll only show up here. But allows everybody to be happy. And when I came to that booth, oh my gosh, y'all was on point. Like the whole squad was full of smiles. What kind of feeling does that bring for you?
Oh my goodness. When I saw the photo, I was absolutely happy because one, it was with my little sister. She's been helping me a lot with my vending events, which I could not appreciate her enough. My boyfriend was also there, but I also had two of my friends there. I wasn't expecting to come that day, and they did, and they brought their chairs with them. And that just made it so much better because I'm just like, look at this, look at this, look at that. Family right here, you know, like what more could I've asked for? And there was so many people that came out, so many of my family members that came out. It was like the support was overwhelming. And like also Juneteenth had only been my second vending event ever. So like just the whole everything that has came out of that, and just everything that happened there was, I couldn't ask for a better day. It was amazing, absolutely amazing, all the way up to that point. And like, yes, it was awesome. I could not have any complaints about that day.
Definitely. Now, I see July is coming up shortly. You do have a birthday coming up. How do you celebrate? How do you celebrate your birthday, if you do so?
Right on. So I'm actually planning on trying to go out into the mountains somewhere. I prefer the hiking thing. Anything with water, I'm a big fan of. I don't have a big yet, but I know that what I want to do is just be somewhere a little bit secluded, maybe with the woods, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a fire pit, something like that, just somewhere I can just relax and really get my energy going, and somewhere with trees. Okay, you got to be around nature. Charged. Definitely my birthday, I feel like, is going to be like the point in time where I really like invest in the self-care for me and do the things that I need to do to recharge. So it's all right. Everything goes on pause. I need a break. Peace out. what I'm saying? I need a few moments just so when I come back at it, I'm at 100%.
Now, when you speak of your self-care, I would say, what were some of the first trials and errors through your own self-care, getting to know yourself, getting to know, all right, this works for me. I like that, but that doesn't work for me. Like how was that process been for you?
So one thing like I truly had to understand about self-care is the whole resting situation. So learn to rest. Growing up, I was definitely a type of person where I'm like, all right, I've done this. All right, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? And like, I kept that
Yes.
up. Like, that's not how I find myself succeeding. I found myself succeeding in recharging so that, again, I can be at 100% whenever I come back, being able to give it my all without burning out. And that's like rest is so vital, so vital. It
Yes.
is. And definitely, like I said, just learning the balance of understanding rest and understanding that I need time for myself and I need time to like be to myself. And like, much as a social person as I am, I like a social charge too, so that whenever I have these interactions, I am giving it my all and you're getting the uncut version of me.
Yes. Yes. Oh, now, honestly, with that, with the with being around water, with being around trees, being around your natural environment, I would say, what have you found is not something that you're so used to being in? Like what area surroundings have you had to kind of get used to, or say to yourself, that's not just going to be for me?
Right on. Definitely, I will say getting deeper into city life.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like I'm definitely a more distant type of person. I like to be a little away from the crowd, but also close enough so I can see everything what's going on. So closer that you get into the city, the more I'm just kind of like, all right, we're cool. Don't get me wrong, the city is amazing. It's
Yes.
amazing, amazing people.
Uh-huh.
I miss it not one bit. However, like I said, I'm definitely a social recharge type of person, and I step back every once in a while. It's not the consistent. I can't keep a consistent life, but you know what? I like to dip my toe a little bit.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. When I would definitely say, um, when you know how far you can go. And if you actually feel comfortable in those situations, that's actually good to know. Therefore, if you feel uncomfortable, you know why. And you're not like questioning yourself over and over and over. I will ask, what got you started into candles? Like, of all the avenues, like, you could go candles, incense, crystals, runes, tarot. Why do you think candles? What was it about the candles?
So candles is something that when I was younger, I actually used to have like the little small pillar candles, and I used to light, you know what I'm saying? Like just because I didn't know exactly what they did at the time, but I knew that, I don't know, something good was gonna come from it,
Yeah.
you know. That was more of like the curiosity at the beginning. But fast forward a few more years, 2 years ago, I started working with herbs a lot more. So herbs, grow a whole bunch of herbs, and Christmas up, and I had all these friends and all these people that I love, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what can I do for them that gives them a piece of me, you know what I'm saying? But I can make a lot of, so I can, spread love as much as I can, make sure that everybody gets a piece that who deserves it, you know? And like, so I just kept on thinking, like, what can I do with herbs? What can I do with herbs? And I don't necessarily know how candles specifically was like, you can do herbal candles, Jae.
Yeah.
But I do know it was an idea that came out from wanting to do Christmas gifts. And after having experience, after having that opportunity to make all these different candles and play with all these different scents, also do all this different research about it, it was like, okay, you know what? I this, and I've always wanted to look for something that I wanted to do that can not only help benefit other people, which again, like doing the the herbs and doing the research on the oils. There's so much to it, and there's so much meaning to each of these herbs, each of these oils that I put into my candles to do what I want them to do. So it's, where was I at? Sorry.
Oh, no.
Just being able to give these to people, that was really what sparked my interest, was being able to not only give people my energy, but also enjoy doing this. And ever since then, it just kind of sparked from there. I was even at a point I was making soy wax massage oil candles, which those are nice. Back out with those eventually. But it's awesome. I loved it, how looking back from back then and looking now, how much it has grown and how much knowledge I've developed. It's just like, and all it took was a Christmas thought, that's all.
I will, when you say spreading love, giving that love to others, where does that cultivate from? Like, where are your first memories of, this is when this may have started up for me, or who were you around, or something like that?
Good question. Being empathetic, it had to be definitely the people that I started to meet. Once I turning into a further adult, once I moved out and I started getting my own space. I didn't have, my mom to rely on to at that moment. So, now it's your time to build your own community. And you can ask anyone. What I'm really based on is trying to build a community where not only can, we give each other, we can trade things, we can love each other for who we are. There's no necessarily discrimination. It's acceptance for who you are and what you do. And I love accepting people. You meet so many new people just by
being
open to them. You can, and again, me giving that uncut version of people, you can see the uncut version of themselves. And there's so many different people of so many different places and so many lives. It's like, why not explore? Like, everybody's lives, I feel like it's just so beautiful, and like, just kindness, you can just get a peek of them. And it's like, I don't know, I find human social interactions amazing. And just like, you might have done things that I've never done, and I want to know all about you. So you know what? You are going to get the nicest version of me. And if you just want to spill the beans, give me the tea, I'm here. Okay. So like, absolutely.
Look, that from what I've seen, especially over the course of my life, being the best version of yourself out and about, especially out in the world, you will attract that back to you. Like, the world is not as spooky as it is portrayed. It's not as spooky as we've been programmed into as well. So those smiles out there, the first smile starts with you. As corny as that is, it's true. When it starts with you, you get it back to you, and you're like, oh, this is great.
It's just the idea that I kind of live by too, is the fact that I feel like energy is transferable. I feel like energy doesn't die, it's transferred. So when it comes to people, I'm transferring that energy, and eventually you will get that energy back. What you put good into the world, that is going to come back to you. It's good karma, if you want to even call it that. And it's also going to the whole idea, treat people the way you want to be treated too. So
yes, indeed.
All circles back, but I do feel like energy is transferable. So anytime I make a decision, anytime I make a choice, anytime I talk to someone, I make sure that my energy is good. I make sure my energy is the way it needs to be, because think it's transferable. Things can come back. Walking around with, guess what? You don't be afraid that bad energy comes back to you, because that's just it.
From what I've been studying as well, that energy that comes back to you, it has to, because you have to be right. Like, your spirit isn't going to let you be wrong. So if you always think that there's going to be a crash, there has to be a crash somewhere in order for you to be right. Because if you're not right, then who are you? So when you transfer that to, I have to be a superstar, or I have to be I am a business owner, or I am happy, I am bliss, I am blessed, all that comes in through the same way. All that comes through the same way. I was going to ask what books or lectures or magazines, or what is your brand of creativity? Like how do you get those creative juices out?
Creative juices out. So definitely I would say I do have books like herbal apothecary books. Did I say that right? I'm bad at pronouncing words sometimes, so apologize to me. But I also have like books that represent different things that give you the different properties of different herbs with different oils, what these candles. And that's where I do pull my information from, because, and also not only with that, there's also like different herbalist books that you can look into. It all and with each other. And then also simply just I meditate. Like some of the things like the copper wrappings that I do, things that I come up with, it is because after a meditation, and it's something that I pictured in my mind. And because after meditation, you're like clear, you know, you have all this clarity, and you're like, I'm like, all right, I am ready to do anything, you know, so whatever. I'm like, I'm doing that. And it feels like after you've done it, like, you see that? That just came out of my head and I just did that. Y'all see that right there? Like, so rewarding to be able to just pull something out your brain and just say, like, you see that right there? I was thinking that.
Yes.
It's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
When did you come into meditation? Like, was it something when you were younger, high school, a few years ago? How was it for you?
So meditation was something that I would say I've played with when I was younger. There's a lot of things that I see come into light the more I've invested into, you know, healing that whole inner child, where I'm like, you see, look at that. Look at that. Put this all in all. Meditating was something that I've had to practice over time, though, because it wasn't something that just came to me, like having the ability to like see colors whenever you're meditating and stuff. That wasn't something that I had the ability to do, but I do think with the combination of yoga and also meditating, it's helped relieve some of the blockages I was having at the time for me to actually be able to relax, like start seeing those pictures and the sound. Frequencies have helped too. I cannot express how much frequencies that's helped. I put frequencies on when I'm cleaning the kitchen. Like I just listen to them when you go to sleep. It's something that's effortless, but I feel like does for your mental self.
Does wonders.
There's so many things to start with, but I do feel like yoga and the frequencies together has helped me meditate better and helped me focus a lot more with that meditative process.
Do you have a specific yoga that did you have to play around with a couple before you came into one, or did one just hit out for you like that?
So, I tell everybody hip yoga was the first yoga that I kind of started with. That has to do with your sacral chakra.
Oh yes.
So what that does is it's opening your hip, it's opening your creative, like that's where you keep all your creativity at. You can keep trauma there too. So helping to relieve those areas relieves those blockages that could have been holding you back all this time. And also I was honestly told that I had sciatica at 16. Did not have my body, the hips just do the rotating and it's not supposed to do that. But anyway, yoga has helped relieve that. And I feel like also with relieving those blockages, it's almost like that's what it was. It's like those pains that I was feeling, those were those blockages that I had yet to relieve. And like understanding that I could have just been doing these, you know, simple yoga poses this whole time and could have relieved this. It could have opened so many more doors, but I did not think to do so until now. So it's like, it's a journey. It's definitely a journey. It's not something that can be done overnight, you know. It's something that's not progression, and that's what I'm on. I'm on my progressive journey lifestyle.
So I would say also, well, what was your routine for today? Like for today before getting on here? What was your preparation like?
What was my preparation like? So usually I wake up and I help my man get out the door because he goes to work. And Today I sat down, I listened to some frequencies. I actually cleaned up the house a little bit, did a little bit of vacuuming. Finally, I was like, all right, the juices are flowing. You know what else can do better? A shower. You love the water, love the water. Take a cold shower at the end just to give a little bit of relief. From a friend of mine, they did tell me that like having the cold water is supposed to be relief.
Ooh. Oh,
Very nice.
yes. I started that last month.
It'll be great.
Oh man. I'm telling you.
But definitely just from there, I get out. I actually have a new tincture I've been trying out daily, which is a mimosa tree tincture my friend made, which is supposed to help with like mental clarity, memory, and stress. So just basically just getting the day started. And then afterwards, I take a look at your questions and I was studying a little bit.
Yes. I went to ask that just because usually before anyone I've interviewed before, I always want to know what was the process before, because we all have our processes on like a regular everyday, but there's always something about whenever you're getting on camera, you're going to a job or you're going to meet someone or you're going to do something in person, like those nerves can come in and that mind can spiral, telling yourself all sorts of things. But once you have your rituals and your everything down packed, what you're going to do during the day, if you're doing it every day, there's nowhere you can actually slip up, because even when you do, you know where it's like, oh, all I need to do is meditate for a little bit. Or like you said, cleaning is I picked up on that with feng shui. Just the more you clean, the more freedom you have, the more freedom the energy can move around. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a cobweb that's been there for a while or something like that. It's just certain things you want to move out of your way so you don't obstruct yourself.
Exactly.
And that's something I had to learn. And I'm glad you brought that up, because that cleaning does help. Are there any other things that you've picked up along the way that have surprised you and be like, oh my goodness, that's all I need to do? Well, we're gonna do that from now on.
I was gonna say definitely with these past vending events I've had, like definitely working up the courage. I've like I said previously, Juneteenth was only my second vending event, and I've had my third vending event recently. But I would say over the course of this time, over the course of these 2 years building up to this moment, I feel like I've acquired like communicative skills. I've acquired skills that is allows me to kind of show people empathy and also, you know, have them also see my openness, you know, being able to not feel, what's the word for it? Not feel scared in my own skin, you know, I give people who I feel like that's what anybody really truly asks for. With that taking into my vending business, I feel like that's why people want to come near me. And I don't even care if you want to buy anything or anything. It's the fact that people come over with me, they come to my booth and we're just chatting the whole time. And I love that. I love that. And also, again, you meet new people and you gain a new sense of community. You gain, like you said previously, people that support you when you thought it was this small. No, it's like, it's much bigger than that.
Much bigger.
I can't appreciate it enough, like the people that has supported me. And I'm so glad I was able to build the courage to come out to these events so I can also see that for myself. It's awesome. It's overwhelming. And I'm very excited for the more I can do, the more I can see, like the more people to meet. Like there's so many people to meet. And I'm like, my world was like this small. And like you said, sport was like, I thought was this big. And now I am putting myself out. Like I'm not being afraid to put myself out there more. And it's like, whoa, like you're telling me, I mean, I could have just done this and this could have happened for me. And what have I been waiting for? And it's like that big boom moment, so really this interview happened right at this whole like boom point. And I'm very happy about all the opportunities I've gained, and it's awesome. It's absolutely great.
Please continue on it. Please continue on it. I've seen the same things for myself. With the camera, it was just show up, just show up at the events, take the pictures, and see, and you'll definitely get somewhere with it. And we have, from meeting interviews, from interviewing people as well, getting out of those, I'm shy. Well, why am I shy? Who told myself I was shy? I told myself I was shy. From where? From when I was a kid. Oh yeah, I was a kid with perspectives. I wonder if I judged those memories at all. So then you can let them go, move on to the next thing. I I would definitely say meeting people has been a skyrocket for myself as well as others. Seeing it in others as well, because your smile brings another smile to me as well. Because I mean, I love to see someone enjoying their life, enjoying what they do. There are so many times we've been there. We've been there, jobs, situations that we don't want to be in there so much, but we know that we can spark that joy within ourselves. We don't need anyone to do it for us, although that balance is welcome, that we can do it ourselves. Like you say with the tones, like you don't have to get on the phone and say, oh man, who's going to make me happy today? Who's going to make me laugh today? Oh, you got to make me feel good today. No, don't put that pressure on everyone else. We can do it ourselves.
Exactly.
We can do it ourselves.
I was like,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm good.
I was going to ask, are you a movie or TV show watcher at all?
Movie or TV show? Definitely more TV show. My attention span is like goldfish sometimes. I'm so sorry. I do like Forrest Gump.
Look, Forrest Gump is a movie you can watch in TV show. You can watch a little bit over here, you can watch a little bit over there, and a little bit over there. What is a show that you're currently, what's a show that you've always been into?
Show that I've always been into.
Like you're gonna watch it. Like it doesn't matter. If it's coming on or something like it comes on, you're going to watch it. Like if there's like those how to get away with murder shows, like those mystery shows, you're always going to watch those. Or if it's like an anime, you're always going to watch an anime no matter what.
Understood. I definitely like a good anime. I will say this. Let me see though. Oh man. I was like, I got so many TV shows. It's almost like I just kind of go through the same ones each time, but which one's better? I do love Orange is the New Black. That one is for me. We like Orange is the New Black. Also, there's this one called Inside Job on Netflix.
Oh yeah, where they wear the suits and stuff.
Like what was it? Like this little mad scientist working for the government and da-da-da-da. It's really funny, and it's just so much different stuff going on. And I'm just like, who just comes up with this type of stuff? Like who just like, I don't know. It's so like, it's like creative to me. I love it. Like on top of that, I also love, like, for example, if we're trying to date back, take it back a few years, a couple, Codename Kids Next Door from Cartoon Network.
Holy moly.
Okay. So that shows like that, where it's like, there's so much creativity packed into one scene. I'm like, who decided that their guns are going to be cotton candy machines, and who up like that? I don't know. It's with anything like that, any type of cartoon or type of animation, where I'm just like, who just thought about this and was like, I'm gonna make a show about it? It's like, and you succeeded. I'm so like, absolutely.
Look, you got the copper necklaces. That's that same type of creativity, bringing it to life. I feel that is in that same realm. Now, what's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie?
Like, do you have a favorite movie?
I do have a favorite movie, actually. It's a few of them. Not few. I'm gonna just give you two. How about that? Okay.
Go ahead.
Burlesque with the Christina Aguilera. I know.
Wow.
But I also like a further back film. It's called the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I also like. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
What is it about those movies that you connect with? You can laugh and enjoy this, enjoy that. But what is it that you feel that really connects you to those films?
So one thing is they're both kind of musical films.
Mhm.
I love the music in them mostly, the dancing, the everything, the interacting.
Yes.
I think it's just like the whole show thing. I see them on, they like, I don't even know. I just love the fact that they sing and dance all the time. It's awesome. I love the soundtrack to it. And then
Singing and
also
dancing is good.
there's still like an artistic way of that's going about it. So like burlesque, burlesque dancers, I feel like they
Hmm.
have like a way of doing things, and I really enjoyed like seeing them dance and seeing how like especially how Christina Aguilera, how she sings and everything. I just love that whole
Yeah.
musical of it. Same with the Rocky Horror Picture Show. The quirkiness of it mostly.
Yeah.
I love I love quirkiness. It's awesome. And then along with the creativity and the music.
Nice, 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 nice. Um, are you into astrology, birth astrology, numerology, any of those things at all?
Absolutely. It's not something that I will say I've studied hard enough to throw out facts about, but I do know my as was it? I'm a little cancer baby, a little water baby.
Ah, I noticed that. I noticed that as well when you said being around water, and I feel like there's a moon coming in Cancer as well, or something like that. Something like that.
It
But
falls in, falls on.
ah, nice, nice, nice. So with that, uh, when did you come into that information, and how and are there any aspects of yourself that you've been able to put together and clear up more about yourself when you found this information?
Regarding the zodiacs.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So with the whole being a cancer and being a little water baby, I remember before I started coming into my own skin,
Uh-huh.
being a hard person, you know what I'm saying? But also like
Mm.
I did not express my emotions the way emotions should have been expressed. I expressed them in my own way, but I didn't understand it was because I was emotional. I was just, I don't know, what was it? I was trying to be more of a, was it hard? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be
Ah,
like tougher, but truth be told, I mean, yes, I have a hard exterior. Yes, I'm tough, but I am emotional inside. I care a lot. I
mhm.
like people happy, and I want to make people happy. I don't like to make people sad, and I don't like when people make me sad either. And I also have the Leo moon and the Aries rising, so it's like even though like I do have like this little cancer, cancer emotional sign, I also get backed up with this Leo, which is a fire sign. And then also, I have the Aries,
Aries
which
with the air. Ooh.
it's like it goes back and forth. It goes back and forth, but I do feel like I feel like I got a good balance so far though. I'm learning a new balance, and once I've figured out those signs, I was like, okay, I know what we're good here. It's all good. We're good. I was like, you definitely understand yourself a little bit more, especially once you keep getting deeper down the line.
Now, also, has that helped you out as well as with other people? Like just the people that you're around. Like maybe you don't know everybody's birthday or something like that, but I would imagine there are many times you're around others and you feel with that water, like you feel something there, and it allows you to take a step back. Does that ever happen for you?
It does happen for me sometimes, only because people have their own different quirks, and
Hmm.
like I don't everybody for theirs. It's just sometimes I need to step back and figure you out just a little bit. You may not know everything about me. There may be a certain way that you like to be talked to that I
Hmm.
don't knowledge or the ability to talk to yet. You know what I'm saying? But definitely I do have to take a step back and just kind of see like, all right, you know what, you ain't what I'm typically used to, but you know what, we got this. And just basically I don't see anybody as bad, or I don't see anybody as like someone to like turn on or fear or anything like that. It's just more opportunities to learn a little bit more about myself and how I can speak to other people, or how I can come off to other people, just kind of understanding other people so that, I can not necessarily conform to them at all, but, kind of like a compromise,
Yes. I will definitely say that compromise helps you have some compassion. So therefore, like as you were saying before, when you were younger and you had to put on that exterior, which is literally like the opposite end of who you were actually on the inside. Like
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure you run into that as well. Like there's so many people with that same exterior trying to prove themselves or show themselves or not let something happen. And then they
But
come into your energy, and it's your energy is saying, it's okay. It's all right. Hey, you're loud, be loud. Did you know that maybe you're a coach somewhere? Maybe you should be loud. You just have to be loud somewhere where someone's patting you on the back, and you can pat yourself on the back as well. Because there's a lot of things there. I was gonna ask you about your crystals. I'm literally holding one right now. This is my rose
yeah.
quartz. I this is the first ever crystal I ever bought in my possession. So what is yours? What is your crystal that you work with, meditate with? What are some of your favorite ones?
So the very first crystal that I feel like I purchased this crystal from someone that had I was working at Starbucks at the time, and they had came to Starbucks and they were selling them for something that was going on with the Amazon fires at the time. But anywho, I went ahead and I purchased one of those, and it was a tiger's eye piece. And once I got that tiger's eye piece, I bought it for a reason, because they gave you the different properties that this piece holds.
Okay.
I got it for a reason. However, that reason is not where that tiger's eye put me. So like I was wanting it to do this for me, but do that. It did something totally, it did its job, but it didn't. I wanted to, it did it the way I needed it to. So tiger's eye has definitely been a piece that ever since I have obtained that one piece for myself, it's been something that's been attracted to me ever since. So like I have huge pieces of tiger's eye, and then I found out there was red and blue tiger's eye, and I was really happy about that. Gold tiger's eye, I loved it. I absolutely love it. It's helped me a lot, along with the pairing with hematite. That's helped me. That's helped me through a lot. That's helped me with my confidence, my grounding, being a little bit more courageous with myself, being a bit more like just more determined, just feel more of like, you got this. Like, what's wrong? It's definitely helped me out, and I still wear it to this day. I definitely feel like it's a stone that has served its purpose at this time for me, but it's something that I still do meditate at the moment with. At the moment, I am wearing like rose quartz, more amethyst around. My gave me a waist speed belt. This has lapis lazuli, turquoise, hematite. So working with different crystals recently, but tiger's eye has definitely been the first thing that has launched me into